everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Sydney and I am here in Create Space today. And today we are going to be teaching you how to make your own stencil. So the materials you need for this project is some chipboard. So chipboard is a material similar to cardboard, except it's a little bit thinner, a little bit more flexible, and a little bit easier to cut into. So that's our first thing. We will also need an Exacto knife, and an Exacto knife is a little bit more of an advanced tool, so you will need the assistance of a parent or a guardian or maybe an older friend that can help you use this, because we want to be really careful with these. You will also need a pencil and probably an eraser too. And last thing you need is a cutting board. And so this is what we're going to be doing all of our cutting on, and this is helpful to protect the space that we're working on so we don't scratch up the table. So that's all you need for this project, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so our first step is to take your piece of chipboard and your pencil, and you're going to go directly onto this chipboard and create your drawing. So whatever image that you want to choose for your stencil, you're gonna go directly onto your chipboard and draw it out. So I have just completed my final design for my stencil, and I just wanted to point something out to you guys. Notice that all of my shapes are kind of separated from each other. So none of these leaves are touching the stem. They all have some space in between them. And that's important to remember when you're creating your stencil, is that you're going to be cutting out each and every one of these individual shapes. Make sure that you have nice amounts of space in between each different part. Same thing up here, I have this kind of little area where the board is going to be holding itself together. So once we have our design all figured out, we are going to move on to cutting out all of the shapes. So this is when you're going to be using your Exacto knife. And when we use our Exacto knife, we want to be really careful with it. We want to really take our time, because once we cut something out, it's kind of difficult to add it back in. So this is a time to really take your time, slow down, be patient, and just enjoy the process. Finally finished cutting out all of the little shapes of my stencil, and I'm really excited about how it turned out. And now it's the time for the most fun part of this project. It's time to actually test out our stencil and see how it looks. Alright guys, so this is the most exciting part of this project. We are finally going to try out our stencil. And so I'm going to be using spray paint today, but you could really do this with any material. You can do it with drawing tools, so pencils, crayons, markers, whatever. You can do it with painting tools, so you could take a paintbrush and some paint and kind of paint it over the stencil. Same with drawing tools, kind of trace each shape. But I think spray paint is so much fun to use, that's what I'm going to be using today. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your stencil, you're going to put it right over a piece of paper or a canvas like I have today. Gonna fit it to exactly how you like it, and right in the center of your canvas. And then you're gonna take your spray paint or whatever you're using, hold it down from the corner, so making sure you're not covering your design, but you're keeping it in place. And I'm gonna take my spray paint and just spray right over the top, making sure I get in every single little shape. And now we are ready for the big reveal, so I'm just going to gently lift my stencil up, put it to the side, and it's a little wet. But now we have my awesome design on my canvas. Here's how it turned out. I'm so excited about this. I'm gonna set this aside and let it dry for a little bit. And there you have it, everybody. This is how to make a stencil and how to use it as well. The cool part about stencils is you can use this so many more times. So you can use this for really anything. You can use it unlimited times, and you'll always come up with a really cool result. So I hope you guys like this video, and we will see you again soon for our next art tutorial. Bye, everybody.